One of my subscribers asked me to sit here and teach him how to defend drags. Well, here in this video, I'm going to teach you guys how to defend them in different ways. One of the best ways here is to go to your coasting suggestions by pushing in the right stick and going all the way down here to where either you use your curl flats or your flats here at 5 or 0. It's completely up to you. If you like your purples at 5 or you like your blues at 5, you can do this any way you want. But I prefer my purples on 5. So here we're going to go up against inside cross, which gives you 2 drags here in the inside. One thing that you can do is right here with Niski, I'm just going to make crossman him up with the tight end. So because he has to come around the other side, he's going to go and sit here and take care of that as well. And also with this purple here, that 5 is going to play underneath waiting for, what's his name? Waiting for the tight end to come in. So you can either man up the tight end or use your purples to stay 5 or 0 yards right at the line, depending on if it's a drag, if it's a streak, or anything like that. And the only thing that you have to do is just stay right here and go and use it. As you can see, everything underneath was completely taken care of. Here with Niski, as you can see, even though he mans him up, I man him up, he still gets back to sit here and try and get towards him. And over here on this left side, as you guys can see, that the purple is actually right here with Paul Krause. This purple right here goes over and plays Deion Sanders over there on that side. So the only thing that was open was over top. So now, here we are again with seam flats on the outside, the quarter flat over there on the outside. Now I'm going to just go ahead and use it in the middle. I'm going to stay right here, use it that, then come right back over top. And then that will be your assignment right there in the middle. But you can see those purples are taking care of the drags right there for you. Another thing that you can do to stop them underneath is putting your corners in hard flats. Hard flats is basically going to play underneath to stop everything from underneath. So it's not just putting your purples at 5s, but if you just don't mess with your zone drops or anything like that, you can do hard flats as well, and that will be an equivalent. So now we have it crossman like this. You guys can see, yeah, it gives you off a nice little stop right there, but that was only for a few amount of yards. So you see how everything else was covered, that the crossman is there. And then if you go over here to this right side, the hard flat is right there. So if they wait a little too long, boom, you got that right there. If you got it going all the way across right there, he's waiting over there on that side for the crossing route as well. So I'm going to go ahead and set this up to basically like shade underneath, do this, and then I will go ahead and man him up here. And then I'm going to do that just for the explanation of the video. So boom, I stay right here. I guard this underneath. As you guys can see, everything underneath was sitting here taken care of. But now you got to have defense for the middle of the field. Do not attack the drags. This is one thing I would teach y'all. Do not attack the drags so much that you leave the middle of the field wide open. As you can see, you have the manned up route right here. He's manned up towards circle, so he's basically taking care of that. And the only thing that wasn't manned up was this tight end. Whoops, right there, the tight end. And if you go over and use that for a little bit, yeah, somebody probably might throw it, but you got to remember, you have a hard flat over there on that side. He's going towards the hard flat. So do not over adjust right there towards that drag, because then now you have the middle of the field wide open to either throw to that running back or to him down there. So now I'm going to go ahead into, I'm going to do this. Come in like this, boom, boom, boom. So now since I have the hard flats out there, I don't really have to worry about anything towards the middle. Maybe worry about it for a little bit, do this, this, this. Now I can go right back up, use it out up top, and you see nothing is open except for the running back. So hard flats do a very good job at stopping the drags, and also manning them up yourselves actually do a very good job as well. So those are definitely ways to sit here and do it. You can sit here and man it. You can sit here and cross man it, which means instead of you manning him up towards the tight end, you can man him up towards circle. And the way to do that is be on him, X, up on the right stick, and then push the circle or X to who you want to man up on. But a thing about this is if you sit here and man him up too much, then you will sit here and become vulnerable to if you sit here and get a man up. Like if it turns to a verticals, it turns into a whole different route, and they're not doing those underneaths anymore. That's where man defense starts getting messed up at. So like if I sit here and man up triangle, and I sit here and go and use this on this side, this is actually very good defense to where that triangle that's on number 11 is going to sit here and go towards the middle of the field. He watches that. Only thing I gotta watch is 21 going underneath that flat. And as soon as he passes that right hash mark, he goes over there to that hard flat. So I really don't have to worry about much. So I'm gonna go ahead and hike the ball. I go and use this right here, go underneath, and then I possibly go back to the middle of the field. But if you see, like, that's more of a bag than others will give credit for it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do this. So now we're gonna go ahead and hike the ball. I said right here, I go and use this right here. I let it go towards that hard flat, and you can see that hard flat takes over that man right there, and you can get yourself a nice, easy knockout. So I go and use it for a little bit, and then I go back towards the running back because that's the only one that I have to sit here and guard. You see how the man and the hard flat is over there taking that right there. That's pretty much bagged. You go over here, hard flat is waiting on him. He still throws that, and I got a flat zone KO, so that's a knockout. And towards the middle of the field is already manned up. I can go over and use that if I want to. That's one way to go ahead and use that. So one thing that, especially in this formation, you go into the cover 6. Boom, boom. One thing that I like to do here is after I go ahead and QB contain this, I will go ahead and put my D tackle into a bluff blitz to go and use that over top. I will go ahead and actually man him up towards him. So now anything that happens towards the middle of the field or anything like that is going to get taken care of. So now I'm going over here, go ahead and take care of this, go back up top, and possibly would have either a knockout or a better user right there. But that's pretty much a bag. That's how the drag sit here and get stopped. So underneath, boom, all that is taken care of. Now I just have the middle of the field to go and worry about. So I'm not going to attack as much as I should. So I'm going back into the same play. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Now I'm back into this. So basically now I'm just standing wherever I want to stand, not give myself up too much. Boom, boom, do it like that. You see up top, and you see if they sit here and get those extra yardage, cool, extra yards, cool, extra yards, cool. They can't do that every single time though. So that's pretty much what I would like to do. But another thing that you can do, which helps out with these as well, is if you go into your coaching suggestions and you sit here and come out, let's just say you come out in a Tampa 2, you know, like a nice little Tampa 2, right? And then we go out into the same inside cross play. One thing that you can do is put L1 here in a seam flat. And you can also put, I'm going to put circle right here in this aspect to do that. And now it's called a double mabel. So now the purples is playing 5s to play underneath. You have everything covers towards the outside. So now your purples are now playing underneath. Your blues is playing higher up. And then you have basically a cover 2, basically cover 3 with how the mid read is going to play. So now you sit right here. You guard underneath, guards underneath. You see that? Boom. Everything is sitting here backed up because those purples is waiting for those drags to come underneath. Especially if you have pressure. Oh, yeah, you don't have a lot of time to sit here and make a read. Those two purples is basically going to play outside, play just like that. You see how now they go and take that. You have that that in the middle of the field. The mid read took away that. Only thing I had to worry about was the running back. So we're going to go ahead and set that up again. Boom, boom. And that's pretty much it. Just put those two guys into that. And this is what's called a double mabel. So now I'm going to go ahead and use this or in the middle of the field. Go and use the drags a little bit. Stay right there. Boom. He goes out to the flats. That's basically 0 yards worth of, progress being made. Really nowhere else to go. See, he goes out. You see, he's literally right there on the line. He could try and throw that. It's not really going to help you out. It's not really open, but it's going to give you positive yardage than more to where you're at right now. See, towards the middle of the field, everything else is pretty much backed up. Double mabel is very, very good defense. You can definitely use that if you would like to. And you can even trick people to being in this type of a defense here. So if you come out in this, boom, hit this right there, switch stick over towards that side. As you can see, now it's not more of a double mabel, but you know what you have to go and user can definitely help you out in that aspect more as well. So boom, got that going on, got that right there. You see everything is backed up. The 3-man pressure got in there, and you can do something just like that. But that's how you stop drags. I was going to make this a nice little short, but I started explaining it a lot more. So where now you can either man it up, put your purples and 5s, or you can go and user it yourself, or you can double Mabel to sit here and stop drags. Now, it's not going to be like, oh, I'm just going to put that there and whatever. People's going to throw it at your zones and possibly get a catch and burn it for even more. But just know you putting your players in position is going to stop it way more than just having your defense all the way back and then you're just allowing drags open every single time. Because I do get stuck in that cover 4 and do allow a lot of drags to be opening underneath. But those are the adjustments that you need to make sure that you can force them to start throwing the ball more down the field and doing what you want to do. If you're keeping them drags underneath where them easy reads are at, and you're sending in pressure with this, it's a whole nother story. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the same play with now sending pressure. So now I done set it up to have my 2 hook curls, my hard flats, and a cover 3 down here in the back. All I got to do right now is sit here and just generate my pressure, which I get with this D-tackle disengagement right here. Come right on up, and you guys can see now he's sitting here moving all around, and it's pretty much a bag. You cover everything underneath, and you even got the middle of the field covered. And if you really need to, you can go in and switch stick, do all this other stuff. You see everything underneath isn't really well. You need to sit here and hurry up and make a read, and then you're going to start throwing it to some very aggressive hard flats and things of that nature to kind of get a turnover here on your defense. Everything is kind of backed up the best way it can be. You can switch stick to hit certain things that is going to sit here and get open, but as you guys can see, it's pretty much a bag. So we're going to do that one more time. Going to bring him over just a little bit, you know, just to help out with that aspect. Bring that underneath. Generate the pressure. Even though the pressure don't get there, I can sit here and now start using that. Boom, he throws me a pick because that's the only thing that I need to sit here and user. And I just generated enough defense to sit here and get the pick. You can't throw it underneath, and you sit here and you generate more turnovers by having everything else covered to only rely on, you know, the thing that you got to rely on to go to, and then you're going to sit here and get your pick. It's basically outsmarting your opponent. But that's how you go ahead and stop drags here in Madden. You can do it in different formations. You don't have to do it here in this nickel over. I just described it here in this nickel over. You can go to any other formation to sit here and do it in, but it's completely up to you. So either you have your zones here and 5 or zeros. I prefer that 5s just in case. You have your flats completely at neutral, so that means you have some blues that stays down the field, and then you have that hard flat that stays underneath, so you can have best of both worlds. But if you guys have any more questions to learn how to be better at the game of Madden, if you guys have any other questions to learn how to be better, just like my man Darrell did, make sure you guys go ahead, sub to the channel. Make sure you guys go ahead and leave a like, comment down below other stuff you guys want to learn how to be better in the game of Madden, and subscribe if you guys are new. And as always, folks, peace out.